Hello, in this video we'll be taking our house price data and making a graph, a histogram out of this numerical variable so that we can see the distribution, the shape of the data. We know that price is in thousands of dollars according to the variable definitions. I'm going to take this price variable, start highlighting it, and press Shift Control down arrow key, copy it, and let's paste it in a blank worksheet like sheet 2. I'll paste it right here. And before you unhighlight it, let's sort it from smallest to largest. Go Data, and here's a quick sort key, A to Z or smallest to largest. There we go. The data is sorted from smallest to largest. Next, let's just run the histogram like Excel without doing anything special. So I'm going to say Data Analysis, Histogram, press OK, highlight the data including the label, and it's asking for a bin range, but we don't have any. In Excel, bins are the upper endpoints of intervals that you can choose. If you don't choose bins yourself or these intervals, then Excel will create some for you. I highlighted the labels when I highlighted the data, so check this box. Let's put the output range right here, right next to the price data in column C3, and I want to see a chart. That'll be the actual histogram. Press OK. Okay, this is what I have. Let's stretch out this bottom border, and let's clean this up a little bit. You'll notice that Excel did not make very nice bins. Again, these are actually upper endpoints of intervals that Excel chose for us, and they're not nice round intervals, but it chooses the first bin. It has to be at least as big as the smallest value, which it is, and then it goes up, but it looks like it's going up by 13.6 for some reason, the width of the intervals, and it also creates a more category down here and throws in a couple of observations. So this first bin is, actually the second bin goes from 59 to 72.6. Does not include 59, but it does include 72.6. Okay, let's clean this up a little bit more. I don't need this frequency legend. I'll click on it once, hit the delete key. Let's change the title. Click on it once, click on it again, and you could say histogram of house prices in thousands of dollars. Title's kind of big, so I'll click on it once, go to the Home tab, change the font to like 12. Okay, let's say bin. Let's change the name of bin. We know this is actually the price scale here, so click on it once, click on it again, and let's say price, and we'll again remind the reader that it's in thousands. What else? This is a frequency distribution. Technically, these prices are discrete. However, we should not have any gaps between the rectangles here. So let's right-click anywhere on the rectangles. Format Data Series. Go to Gap Width and change that to 0. Let's go to Fill and say No Fill. Let's go to Border Color and say Solid Line and change that to black. Prints better that way. Press OK. Okay, this is not a bad looking histogram. A little bit funky with the way these intervals are made. In addition, this scale is not quite right because these are supposed to be the upper endpoints of these rectangles, but Excel put them in the middle. So the scale is off a little bit. Plus the intervals are not very nice numbers. However, for the sole purpose of getting a feeling for what the data looks like, this is fine. This is a slightly right-skewed distribution. Most of the homes are in the range of 80 to 100,000 or so, but there's a few homes that are very high-priced, skewed right. Okay, we'll do another video. I'll show you how to make a better-looking video. We can get rid of the more category. We can use nicer-looking bins. I'm going to click on this and just totally delete it. I'll highlight these columns here. Right click, delete. Okay, they're gone. Now I'm going to make my own bin, my own bins. Okay, now we have 108 homes here. A rough guide is to use about the square root of your sample size. So square root of 108 is about 10, 11 bins, something like that, in that vicinity. I need to start, I want to use nice round numbers, so I'll start at 60. And let's go up by 20s. So this is 20,000s. I can start a trend here and then copy the rest. And now I have 8 bins, and that contains all the data. I want to look at the bottom of the data here. The highest is 195. So this last bin does contain the largest number. Now I don't have 10 or 11 bins here, but these are nice round numbers. So I'm going to give up a few bins, a few intervals, so that I can use slightly better numbers here. Okay, let's go data. Data analysis, histogram again, press OK. Price is still selected from before. And now for bin range, click in that, and let's highlight these bin values right there, including the label bin. Output will be shown in, let's go D3, press OK. And notice it just repeated my bins here. I'm going to stretch out the histogram again. Let's get rid of frequency. Notice Excel still created a more category for me, even though there's no observations in there. Let's get rid of these. Let's get rid of this more category by deleting it over here. Select more and 0. Right click on that. Delete. Shift the cells up. And they're gone from the graph. Right click on the bars. Format data series. Get rid of the gap width. Fill. No fill. Border color. Solid. Black. Close. Okay, again we can rename histogram of house prices. And I'll change the font to a smaller number, like 12, just so it's not so big. Change bin to price, thousands. Okay, this looks nice. This is a nice frequency histogram. However, the scale is still slightly off because these are not the midpoints. These are the upper boundaries of these rectangles. So I'm going to fix that by creating my own midpoints. Excel is using this column right here to lay out these values. I'm going to just change the heading to midpoint. And then this first interval actually goes from 40 to 60. So the midpoint is 50. I'll change it to 50. And this is 70. This interval actually goes from 60 to 80, so the interval is 70. The midpoint is 70. Okay, I changed all the midpoints, and they became the midpoints over here. Now the scale is correct. I'll do one more thing with this histogram. Let's add another column. I'll insert a column at F, right click, and let's make a percent column. And let's take this frequency of 2 and divide it by 108. That was our sample size. So now it's a proportion. Convert that to percent, and I'll add 1 decimal place. And I want to copy this formula down. And I can now see that most of the homes are in the range of $80,000 to $100,000, according to this. Let's change the scale here to percent. I'll right click anywhere on the graph. Select data. Select frequency and edit. And then under series values, select this icon and change to percents. Press OK, press OK, press OK. I have to change the name of this axis to percent now. Click on it once, twice, and change. And let's rescale. Let's go from 0 to 40 by increments of 10. Right click, format. Let's get rid of the extra decimal place under number, say 0. Press OK. So now we have a percent histogram. Okay, and that's it for this video. In the next video, I'll be showing you how to make, again, a table of descriptive stats of price broken out by another nominal variable called school.